Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let's take a look at this 2024 Lexus GX 550 Overtrail. The Overtrail is the off-road variant of the GX, and as you can see, it definitely does look really nice. You do have a set of 33-inch tires, as you can see there, which really brings out the look a little bit more. It does have a very nice and unique grille, and of course, you do have a pretty nice interior as well. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group, here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. This vehicle does come with a couple of different buttons on the key fob, such as your lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic button. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, you do have a pretty nice and unique grille, blacked out with your silver Lexus logo in front, as well as a front-facing camera. You do have LED daytime running lights, as well as LED projector headlamps, and LED fog lamps down there below. The Overtrail also does come standard with front and rear parking sensors. As I just mentioned, this vehicle does have a set of 33-inch Toyo off-road tires. This case in particular, these are Toyo Open Country ATs on 18-inch wheels all the way around. You do have your piano black mirrors, LED turn signals on both sides, and this one here being the Overtrail, it does have a roof rack, crossbars, and a little area like a tray where you can put backpacks and stuff like that if you're going to be heading off the beaten path. Pretty cool. This vehicle, like all Lexus vehicles, does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing you to get inside and outside of the vehicle quite easily. All you have to do is just simply have the key fob on you, walk up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor right behind it, put your hand in, and the vehicle will indicate unlocking. And after waiting a few seconds, if you want to lock it, just simply push that button there and it will lock the vehicle. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Eminent White Pearl with the Chateau leather interior. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, you do have some soft touch plastic material on top. However, you do have some of that very nice leather wrapped soft touch material down here at the bottom. You have this aluminum trim piece here, which looks really nice. You're going to have controls for your mirrors, which ones you're going to adjust. Your mirrors to fold in, automatic mirror button there. The unlock and lock switches. You do have your power windows as well as your child lock. You do have space inside of the door handle, or excuse me, the door panel here. And you do have a space for a small cup. Nice. This vehicle does have a push button start system. Along with the key, just keep it in the vehicle or on you. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Pretty cool to see. Go ahead and adjust our fans so it's not too obnoxious inside here. Starting things off here on the gauge cluster, as you can see, we're going to be looking at a lot of different information, a lot of different pieces of information. Starting off, as you can see, you do have your current speed. To the left is your current temperature. To the right is going to be your time, although it's a bit off. You're going to have your messages right down below that in the middle, which says fuel is low. To the left, you're going to have your eco indicator, oil temperature, as well as oil level. You're also going to have your average fuel economy. Your average fuel economy, or not average fuel economy, your distance driven on trip A or trip B. Come over here to the right, you're going to have your drive information, total time, battery voltage, distance to empty, and safety features such as your forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, and stuff like that. And as you come to the steering wheel here, as you can see, you do have a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel, which is very nice. You have controls on the left as well as on the right sides. You're going to have controls here for things such as your audio, or not audio, your Bluetooth and telephone buttons here. Main menu screen stuff here. This is going to be for your audio to adjust the volume. To the right over here is going to be for cruise control settings, adaptive cruise, lane departure, different modes. And then this is going to be for your multimedia display, or not display, your multimedia adjustments there. So with that being said, coming back up here, taking a look at what's going on, just using this little area here on the left of the steering wheel, we should be able to cycle through a couple of different settings, starting off here with this is going to give you things such as you can see there, your fuel show that it's low. You're going to have your tachometer there, which looks pretty nice. Go back to that screen. You can also put it to where you have different icons. So what just popped up to your left is going to be your Amazon Music. To your right is going to be your compass. And back to your first screen there, which looks pretty cool. Now, coming over here, we are going to be taking a look at a massive display, which looks pretty nice. This is a 14-inch display here from Lexus, and as you can see, it does look very, very good and impressive. Starting things off here, if you guys checked out the Luxury Plus trim review that I did recently, this is going to be a little bit shorter than that because this is not the first GX I reviewed. So with that being said, of course, this shows that you have to subscribe to listen to Amazon Music, which obviously this vehicle does not have equipped right now. But as you can see, as we go back to your different things here, this is going to be your little menu here for all your different categories. Of course, this is going to be the Drive Connect system, basically the same thing that's in the Toyotas as well. It says subscribe for the latest route and location guidance with cloud navigation, destination assist, and intelligent assistant. And of course, you can go through the setup and all that, of course, with your Toyota retailer, or in this case, your Lexus retailer. So it's not really hard. You can also do it online as well, which, you know, I think it's also a good tutorial too. So you can set it up through there as well. But as you can see, if you do have the Drive Connect system connected, you can of course have your navigation shown right up here. Audio, of course. So Amazon Music, all different types of sources. That's what this area is going to be for. Coming down to phone, obviously you can pair a phone to the vehicle. Coming down to the vehicle itself, it's going to give you things such as driving assist, trip information, off-road information, tire pressure, as well as vehicle alert. Let's say, of course, you want to go to like your driving assist, for example. It's going to give you things such as your lane departure alert system, intuitive parking assist, blind spot monitor, your safe exit assist, road cross traffic alert, proactive driving assist, roadside assist, as well as a pre-collision system. Let's say you want to go to off-road information. It's going to give you kind of a rundown of the four-wheel drive system, which driving mode you're in, and of course your degree angles for the off-road system itself, which to me, that's just very cool things to have if you are someone who likes to go off-roading all the time, or even some of the time. Of course, any alerts, of course, you can just push this button here. It says there are no vehicle alert messages at this time, which is always good. And then coming down here to general settings, of course, you can set up this profile here, but as you can see, it's going to show as a guest. You can register your profile below and everything that, of course, you can do that online as well, which makes things a bit easier. You're going to have my settings down here for things such as personal information, general and notifications, Bluetooth and devices, your Wi-Fi system, display, sound and media, vehicle customization, driving assist, and all that stuff. Coming down to vehicle, of course, you're going to have dealer info and security, software update, as well as different apps on here as well, which is pretty cool. But let's just go back to the main screen here. Coming down below that, you're going to have your dual zone climate control. I'm going to zoom out the camera just a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. You have your dual zone climate control down here. You're going to have heated and ventilated front and front passenger seating. You can sync the temperatures. You can adjust the fan speed right here. You also have your fan, which you can turn on or off, auto air conditioning, recycling, AC, of course. You do have your front as well as your rear defrost, volume knob in the middle, hazard button right there. As you can see, you have your different mode select right here, your different driving modes right here, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, go through this, you'll be able to kind of see what's going on here. So you're gonna have Sport, Sport Plus. You can customize your different drive modes from there. And then you're gonna have things such as normal, comfort, as well as eco. Pretty cool stuff to see. You do have your MTS, which is going to deal with your off-road controls. This also deals with off-roading controls as well, your DAC/crawl control. You're going to have your traction control system you can turn on or off. Tow haul mode as well, which is pretty nice to have in this vehicle. This one here does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission. It does give you a nice backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel, as you can see. You also have a 360 camera right here, which is very helpful. You even have a kind of squinged in view, so you can kind of see a little bit closer. And then back to that normal screen setup right there, as you can tell, which is pretty nice. With that said, coming here, you do have your parking brake, which is just currently on. Brake hold system there. This, of course, is going to control your four-wheel drive modes. So you can push it to go into high 4 or low 4-wheel drive. And then this is going to be your 4-wheel drive adjustments there. You do have a little storage area here where you can put smaller items or even a cell phone. 2 cup holders here. Coming over to the glove box here, as you can see. This also doubles as a cool box, which is really cool, which means anything that you want to store in here that's cold, it will be able to stay in here for a long period of time. And that is pretty cool to see. Pretty cool. Now, that, of course, is if you just push this button here, but if you just want to use it for standard putting stuff in here, you can definitely do that as well. But if you want the cool box to be used as a cool box, just touch this button, and obviously in here will get a lot colder. And I also do like and appreciate this material here. It's a little bit on the stiffer side, but it does feel pretty nice on the hands. Coming over here to the seats, they are very nice and comfortable and soft. As you can see here, the perforations look really, really good on this vehicle. You do have some black contrast on the bolsters, which look really nice, as you can see here, and also on the side profiles. And then you do have this green here, which I have to say looks really, really impressive. Kind of gives you that suede feel when you touch it, but it does overall do well as far as the contrast is concerned with the light tan and the black leather combined, which is really cool. And you not only see that green on the seat, you also see that on the door panel as well, which looks really, really impressive too, which is awesome. You do have your 3 garage home link system there, as well as your mirror controls for your your sunroof, as well as for your lights, as well as for the doors for the lights. And of course, this one here does also have a very cool feature, and that is going to be a not a camcorder, but this is going to be, it's better than a radar. It's going to basically capture everything that goes on in the vehicle while you're driving. So coming here, as you can see, you do have a visor with a little mirror with a light right there. Pretty cool to see. And then coming over here, your auto and trip adjustments there, gauge dimmer switches. You're just going to open up your trunk here. This is going to be for your parking sensors, you can turn it on or off, and your adaptive charging area right here, which is pretty cool. But overall, the GX 550 Overtrail is nice. It's a little bit dressier than the Luxury Plus that I reviewed just recently. But overall, it does look very, very impressive, especially with these seats here. Once again, the seats look amazing. I love this green contrast, and certainly it's just pretty awesome to see. So with that said, let's go ahead here and let's check out the rest of this GX. Checking out the back seat of the Lexus GX, materials do follow through and carry throughout. I love the perforation of the seats here. It still looks really, really good in the back of this vehicle. Very, very nice to see, of course. You do also have rear vents. You do have 2 USB-C ports, as you can see there. And when you open them up, it is illuminated, so at night you can see it a bit easy. You have 2 seat pockets, one on both sides. And then over here, you do have a powered armrest with 2 cup holders. You do also have your fuel cap back here, as well as a little place where you can put the fuel cap when you're filling up at the gas station. And of course, premium unleaded fuel only is allowed in the GX. The GX 550 does have LED taillights. It does have that towing package right there, as you can see. And it does look pretty nice, I have to say. It does have an automatic liftgate. As you can see, the GX comes in 2 different configurations, and that's going to show off how much trunk space you actually have. Now, in this particular case here, this being the Overtrail, you do have 2 rows instead of the standard 3 row, which is actually very useful. Now, if this one had a 3rd row, this one does not have, you would have had a bit less room in here to start things off. But what I find weird is that although this is a 2 row, you have cup holders here on both sides, although this is an Overtrail and it's supposed to be a two row vehicle. So with that being said, you do have your all-weather floor liner here, which is very nice. It says Lexus on there, which looks really, really good. And then opening this portion up down here, you do have some more storage, and I believe you have a Fix-A-Fly kit right in there. Now, with this being the way that it is, you're looking at about 45.5 cubic feet of space. And then when you fold down the 2nd row, as you can see, you can just use this. It's not going to do it because I'm not really close to the back, but if you were to fold down the 2nd row, it would increase to 90.5 cubic feet of space, which is plenty of room for people who's going to need this vehicle to, you know, let's say if you're going to be going on a Costco run, or in this case, if you're going to be traveling out of town, this vehicle will definitely suit your needs for that. Now, obviously, with that being said, that's why this is a 2 row and not 3 row. And then when you're done, just simply tap this button right here to close the trunk. Tap this button right here to close and lock the trunk. And then what's cool about this one here is that it's set to a position. Of course, that's if you have a garage and you don't want this to hit the top of the garage. So I like how the position of this is set, so that way it will be easy access to get in as well as to get out of the trunk itself. Nice. Under the hood of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail, we're taking a look at a 3.4 liter twin turbocharged V6. This, of course, is going to be mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. It produces 349 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. All right, guys, and last but not least, I did manage to print out the window sticker for this particular vehicle. So let's go ahead and go over it. As you can see, this is a 2024 GX 550 Overtrail finished in Eminent White Pearl. Of course, this vehicle was made in Japan. As you can see, this is what the Overtrail comes standard with, as you can see. Pretty nice. And then coming to installed options, this vehicle does have quite a bit of options on here. Base MSRP is $67,900. This does have a heads-up display, which is for $900. The premium paint, which is for $500. The traffic jam assist, which includes the driver connects, or excuse me, requires a drive connect subscription for 3 years, as well as 4G network for $840. The cool box that I just showed you for $170. The blackout emblem overlays for $199. The off-road roof rack for $1,580. The rock rails for $990. That thing in the front there, which I did not know what it was, that's the dash camera. That's for $375. As well as the small accessories, which includes the cargo net, all-weather cargo mat, wheel locks, and key gloves. That all comes in at around $345. With that being said, the MSRP for this vehicle here, with options, comes in at $73,799, and with a delivery, processing, and handling fee, the vehicle's price when it was brand new at the time was $75,149. As you can see, fuel economy is also great I wouldn't say great, but it's decent. Coming in at 15 city, 21 highway, and 17 combined. But overall, guys, the Overtrail is probably the best of both worlds, as it combines not just luxury, but it combines the off-road capability that the GX has. And what's even better is that you have some cool amenities. In this case, this is a 2-row SUV, so you're going to have more cargo space. You have the dash cam, which is going to be very helpful in situations where you're probably not even paying attention half the time, or in this case, you want to have that extra set of eyes on the road. You do have a heads-up display, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of right in that glass right there. You can kind of see it there, which looks really cool. So you have that. You have the 33-inch tires on the vehicle. You have 18-inch wheels, which look nice. And just this interior looks very, very impressive. And as you can tell here, once again, I have to compliment the green that really comes onto this vehicle here. I really love the green. Love the leather seating. I love how it looks. And of course, it's just pretty amazing as well. But with that said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of the 2024 Lexus GX 550 Overtrail, finished off in Eminent White Pearl with the Chateau leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.